Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Mike Muldoon podcast. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being with me. Today, I want to talk about something that's kind of interesting. I want to talk about self-help and why you might be struggling with it. I know it's interesting you're listening to my podcast, but I want to talk to those people. You know, there's a lot of people out there, they're frustrated, they're angry, or they're just feeling anxious or lost or confused, and they're working themselves, and they're trying to do everything, right? Now, they're out there, and they're like, I'm doing everything right, so why don't I feel better? They're reading the books. You're listening to podcasts, you listen to my podcasts, maybe you're an affirmations person. You're saying affirmations every day. You're drinking water because they say, hey, if you drink water, you'll feel better. You're going to therapy. Maybe you're even journaling your feelings. And yet there's still that low hum of frustration. You're still anxious. You're still tired. You're still waiting for that moment when things finally click and everything feels good again. But let me say this right now. Let me say this up front. You're not broken. You're just human. I mean, we live in a world that sells us the idea that like self-help is a straight line to happiness. It's easy to feel like, we're doing something wrong when the results don't come as fast, right? We're instant gratification, or, maybe sometimes the results aren't even coming at all. But personal growth, it's not a checklist. It's not a course you complete. It's a messy, ongoing, non-linear ride. So today I want to talk about why doing everything right could still feel wrong sometimes and what you might be able to do about it. Healing, it isn't linear. It's a loop. I mean, 1 week doesn't mean that the next one won't hit like a truck, and one bad day doesn't mean you're back at square one. Progress looks like a scribble, not an arrow. It's okay if you're tired. It's okay if the tools you usually use don't work every time. That doesn't mean they're useless. It just means you're actually evolving. Because the thing is, I've talked about this in the past. Growth, it doesn't always feel good, right? Because when you're starting to grow, you're going to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, right? I mean, growth actually, what it feels like a lot of times is confusion, discomfort, grief, letting go of old patterns. I mean, that could feel like losing a part of yourself. It's normal to feel worse before you feel better. That's not failure. It's friction, and that friction creates movement. And sometimes the problem, it isn't you. It might be the system around you. I mean, you can meditate all you want, but if your job is draining your soul and your relationships are one-sided, or you're navigating a world that constantly undervalues you, of course you're not going to feel great. Self-help should support you, but it shouldn't silence what's actually wrong. You're allowed to stop working on yourself all the time, okay? That's the other thing. If you're just constantly working on yourself, then you're going to stress yourself out. You don't need to earn rest by being better. Sometimes the best thing you can do is take a breath, eat something warm, and stop trying to fix yourself. You are not a project. You're a person, and you're allowed to just be. So sometimes, try things like swap in your mind, like, what's wrong with me, for what do I need to do right now? Stop chasing constant positivity. This just drives me crazy. When people just constantly talk about, I'm just so positive, I live in a world of complete positivity. Well, I've talked about this in the past. You cannot live like that because you're cutting yourself off from the human experience. You cannot just sit there and exist in a world of constant positivity, because what happens is, without negativity, you don't really know what you want in the world. So it's okay to have emotions, right? So stop chasing constant positivity. Chase honesty. Chase alignment. And sometimes that means feeling a little bit bad, right? To feel human. But remember, it's okay not to feel okay, even when you're doing all the right things. Growth isn't about perfection. It's about compassion, especially for the version that's tired of trying so hard. You are allowed to slow down. You are allowed to feel stuck. You're still moving forward, even if it doesn't feel like it. Just keep going. And before you know it, like anything else, like just starting a new workout plan or a new, I hate using the word diet because diet seems so temporary, but a new way of eating, whatever. Eventually, it becomes the new norm in your life. It becomes the new comfort in your life. Because again, when you start to change the mind, the body, everything is like, I don't want to change. I don't want to change. So it creates more stress and anxiety. We're going into this world of the unknown. I don't want to go there. Stay here where it's comfortable. But where you are right now isn't great. So as you're going through growth, it's going to feel uncomfortable because again, it's like pushing that weight. It's pushing that weight. In the beginning, wow, it hurts. Muscles are sore all the time. But eventually you get used to it. It becomes the new comfortable. And then you'll probably find yourself wanting to grow some more, right? So again, growth isn't about perfection. It's about compassion. And again, if it's just take your time, you're going to be fine. You can have bad days. You can have them. It is what it is. We are human, and that's what makes us interesting, and that's what makes us all special, right? Okay, that's all I got for you today. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great, any plans this week? Summer's still rolling. That's awesome. And as always, going into the weekend, be safe, and I got nothing but love for you.